Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I bet you're wondering and have some questions, right? That's why you're watching this video. So here's the thing. You've probably heard about the wealth of opportunities available to you as a government contractor. And I'm talking state and local government, with your cities, the school districts, all of these different places, even the private sector with corporations. There's a lot of opportunities out there available for you as a small contractor. Yet, you have a question. And the question is, because I get asked this all the time, so it's probably your question too, is where do I start? Do I bid as a prime or do I bid as a subcontractor? And it gets people stuck in indecision and not doing anything. So I want to change that for you today, because there's so much that you can learn as you venture into government contracting that you don't want this one little thing holding you up. All right, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if that's you, you're in the right place. Here's the thing. If you don't know who I am, I'm Felicia Streeter over at FeliciaStreeter.com. I'm your performance and growth strategist, coach, mentor, whatever term you want to use. And in this video here today, here's what I'm sharing with you. Lean in for this one because you need to know this. How you can decide whether you should be bidding as a prime contractor or a subcontractor. And here's why I want you to make this decision, because once you make the decision, you'll realize which is your fastest path to cash. All right? Are you ready? All right, so here we go. So I have some questions I want you to ask yourself. So I wrote these down because they're important, and I'm going to read them to you because I don't want to forget any one of them, because they all encompasses you being able to make an educated decision. So are you ready? All right, here we go. So the first thing I want you to ask yourself, and of course answer the questions, how long have you been in business? Okay? How long have you been in business? What experience do you have in the area that you're going to be offering, whether it's a product or service? What's your experience? Then think about the size projects you've done in the past. If you've done any. If you haven't done any, then of course that's zero, right? But if you've done projects in the past, what is the size of those projects? I'm talking about if it's square feet, dollar value, that kind of thing, okay? Do you have any government experience? State, local, federal, whatever arena you have it in, look at your experience and see how much experience you have in each one of those different areas, okay? And then the next thing is, specifically to government, can you or do you meet the government's requirements, okay? Because on the federal level, they have some basic requirements that you need to meet in order for them to even consider you for a contract. Okay? Let's see, what's the next one? Okay, do you have a team to help you once you're awarded a contract? So how are you going to deliver the contract? Will you be able to do it by yourself? Do you need help? Who's going to help you in your back office with the paperwork? All of that you need to know. Okay? The next one is, how much do you really know about government contracting? If you're going to venture off into government contracting, how much do you really know, right, about government contracting, how things work, the terminology they use, how to get paid, because they have their own different payment system, okay? Paperwork flow that they may require. Do you know about all of that type of stuff? And then the last question is, what's your financial stability? So what I'm saying here is, can you cash flow a project until it starts cash flowing itself? All right? So those are the questions I want you to ask. Now, as you're answering those questions, here's the answers that'll help you in determining whether to go prime or sub. All right? So are you ready? All right. If you've been in business for less than 2 years, and especially if you've only been doing commercial work, if you're venturing to government, you're going to be a sub. Unless it's a small project, but ideally in most cases, you're going to be a sub, especially if there's bonding requirements, insurance, and things like that. So the larger the project, you're going to be a sub. Okay, you may find some crumbs, and if you do, pick those up. They work too, right? But ideally, in most cases, you're going to be a sub. If you have no experience in your business, you're going to be a sub. Okay. Now, if you have government experience, say you've been subbing on government projects for some time, then you can go prime, right? Because you have some government contracting experience, but you can also still do sub work. Don't leave money on the table, okay? So keep that in mind. Here's the next one. Unless you have commercial experience to compensate, all right, you're still going to be a sub on the government side. So that commercial experience needs to compensate. And I'm talking you need to have some years. You need to show financial stability. You have to have the full package on the commercial side to kind of jump the time frame on the federal side, okay? The next thing is, what does your capacity to perform look like? If you don't have the capacity to be a prime, then you're going to be a sub, meaning if you can't meet the requirements of the project on your own, like if it requires bonding or type of insurance or number of employees, whatever that looks like, if you don't have the capacity for that, then you would be a sub, okay? The next thing is, will you run the project? Will you do the work? Will you manage the paperwork? Can you do all of those things? If you don't have the support for that, then again, you're going to have to start out as a sub, okay, and build up from there. Do you know the government systems, how they pay, how to, do the progress payments, the paperwork, all those type of things? Again, if you don't, being a sub is a great place to start and learn, okay? Learn while you're making money. The next one is how do you manage your income and expenses? Now, I have a lot of people when they start out with me, they're doing the envelope system, or they're doing a spreadsheet, and that's not enough to quickly give you a financial picture of your business. And you definitely can't job cost that. I mean, you could, but ideally most people, they are not. Okay, and so if you're a contractor, and especially construction, things like that, a trade contractor, janitorial, all that, you need to be job costing. Okay, so how's your financial house? That also determines if you're ready to be a prime with the government, because they may ask for your financials. And if they ask for it and you have no clue of what they're talking about, you're not doing it. So that's something else you need to learn, okay? And I even have a product on my website about doing your QuickBooks and things like that, but you can definitely check that out over at FeliciaStreeter.com, and I'll remember to put that down in the notes as well. But those are the questions I want you to ask yourself, and then as you're answering them, what I shared with you here within your answers will help you determine whether to go prime or sub. Now, here's the thing. In what I've just shared, you probably realize you don't just get to decide whether you're going to go prime or a sub. It's based on your experience, your capacity to perform, your ability to meet the requirements. All of that will help in determining which way to go. And if you can't make the decision, they'll make it for you. Now, what I don't want to have happen is that you're bidding and you don't meet the requirements to begin with. That's a waste of time and money. And who wants to do that? It takes time to put together a bid. Okay? So don't do that. Now, here's what I want you to do. I've shared this with you. I know it was a lot. I talk fast. But guess what? It's a video. So you can go back, listen to it, pause it, answer the questions, right? And then decide for yourself if you should be going prime or subcontractor as you're bidding on contracts. And here's what I just had. I just had an idea. Maybe I'll make a handout for you guys. So I'll put that link below where you can get the handout, where you can ask the questions and then answer the questions and then make the decision for yourself so that you can have something tangible to look at versus having to keep hitting pause on this video. All right, I'll do that for you. So I'll make sure I put that there for you as well. All right, but just know that you don't get to make the total final decision, because the current state of your business will help in determining whether you go prime or whether you're a sub. Now, here's the thing. Don't leave money on the table. If you're not ready for government contracting, do some commercial projects, do some commercial work. I have clients out there crushing it in the commercial sector, building up their past performance, building up their cash flow, and they started from scratch, okay? So you can do it too. You just need to do it in the right orders and sequence things, okay? So here's the thing. I'm going to put that handout for you, but I also want you to set your strategy on how you're going to go after projects based on the type of bid you'll be submitting, because it's different how you'll go look for work. Okay, you'll look one way as a prime and another way as a subcontractor, and you'll look in different places. Okay, now your business development will also be based on that, whether you're prime, whether you're sub. Okay, now I know that's a lot, and you may not know how to implement it all. Okay, and I try to keep these videos short, right? But if you want to take this further, if you need some help figuring out whether to go prime, whether to be a sub, how to start and grow your contracting business, then I want you to check out how I can help you. All right? You can check out the Contractor's Edge programs over at FeliciaStreeter.com/NLC. And I'll put that down in the notes as well. But it's FeliciaStreeter.com/NLC. All right? Until next time. Oh, I forgot. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. I believe it's probably over that way or up there. No, it's down. Right on this video, it's down. But subscribe to my channel. And if you think this information will be helpful, share it. And if nothing else, like the video if you like what I'm putting down today. All right, I'll see you back here next time. Bye for now.